Welcome to Every New Day, and you're watching ENDtv. What if the generation on smartphones is the first to say, no thanks, not just taking a break, but skipping dating apps, choosing phone-free parties, and bringing back real-world connection on purpose? This isn't a sudden Amish pivot. It's more like a cultural correction. Gen Z still lives online, but a growing slice is pushing back in constant connectivity and algorithm-shaped social lives. Dating apps were supposed to make meeting easier. Well, that's what we all thought. But for a lot of Gen Z, they're starting to feel like a second job. Endless swipes, awkward intros, and the sense you're competing against an algorithm. We here at ENDtv know that all too well with YouTube.
For many young adults, dating isn't just difficult, it's declining. Like, how many young adults are bringing roses to someone on Saturday or writing a card? Or is it happening over the phone or not happening at all? New data shows rising burnout from dating apps, especially among Gen Z, who report some of the highest levels of fatigue. A new report is calling 2026 a dating recession.
The data tells this story in some big numbers. Forbes Health did a survey last year that found that a majority of people who are on the dating apps do want long-term connection. The numbers are roughly the same across generations, about 50% overall. Rates of dating app burnout are very high. 78% of all respondents in this survey say they feel exhausted by the dating apps. Millennials are reporting the highest levels of burnout, and so are women. We're seeing about 80% of women saying they're exhausted by what it takes to be on these apps, compared with 74% of men. This is manifesting in fewer dates overall, showing that only a quarter of women are actively dating, which they define as one or more dates per month. And that compares to 36% of men. And then we're also seeing a divergence in men and women's desire for a relationship at all.
And here's the key. Opting out doesn't mean opting out of dating altogether. It often means changing where dating starts, from swipes to shared spaces. Three forces are driving this shift. The first, performative pressure, feeling like you're always being evaluated. The second, choice overload, more options, less commitment. And lastly, cringe and rejection anxiety, the fear of putting yourself out there. Instead of match first, Gen Z is leaning toward context first. Run clubs, book events, volunteering, friend of friend hangouts, places where you can see how someone acts before you decide.
They're disappointed, they're frustrated, and I think they're overwhelmed by choice.
Which is why a growing number of people are choosing to take their search for love offline. Singles and dating events are seeing a 42% boost in attendance, including the comeback of speed dating events and potential meet cutes at run clubs.
Last time there were 30 people there, and look how many people there are now.
Even a pizza tour.
I'm really prioritizing in-person connections, kind of just meeting people by chance.
I don't feel like I've felt this engaged about dating in years. And so it's nice to be like, okay, there's a real way to meet people.
Meanwhile, some people are going even more old school.
Matchmaking is old. Like, it's ancient wisdom and modern love blended together.
One study found fewer than 1/4 Gen Z adults met a partner through apps or online communities. And now the same opt-out energy is hitting nightlife. More venues are experimenting with no-phone dance floors. Not to be strict, but to bring back immersion. Alongside phone-free rules is a vibe shift. Soft clubbing. Daytime or early evening events that feel more like community than chaos. Less about getting wasted, more about feeling good, being social, and going home with your nervous system intact. These trends are in a bigger digital detox wave.
Digital minimalism is a philosophy of technology use. And it says what you should do is wipe the slate clean of the various apps and services that you haphazardly downloaded or just started using at various parts in your digital life, and instead rebuild it from scratch, but very intentionally, so that the tools that you actually use in your digital life directly serve things that you very care about.
One survey cited that 46% of Gen Z are actively taking steps to limit screen time. That's impressive. And a Harris Poll quad study found 81% of Gen Z wish it were easier to disconnect from digital devices. When phones disappear, three things happen fast. Risk drops, you're less worried about being recorded. Attention returns, conversations go longer, eye contact comes back, and belonging increases. You feel part of a moment instead of content production. Here's one real-world example. In Richmond, phoneless parties are popping up specifically to push back against social media first nightlife. But here's the paradox. Pew found nearly half of US teens are online almost constantly. And yet the same generation is building offline rituals to survive that reality. It's not hypocrisy, it's merely adaptation. So if you felt this shift, friends quitting apps, going to no phone events, choosing soft clubbing over chaotic party nights, it's not just you. Gen Z isn't rejecting technology. They're rejecting the default settings. Would you go to a phone-free party? And would you be able to let go of your digital devices for at least a day? And if you're Gen Z, have you ditched dating apps, or are you still on them? Drop your experiences down below because we're interested to read them. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't, it makes a difference. Share with family and friends or your peers. And check out our Discord community. It's growing and the link is down in the description. Thanks for watching. This was ENDtv. All right, let's do this one more time. I can't, this drives me nuts. Wait, where? I fucked the boy. Yeah, okay. How did that sound, the last part? Okay. Eh? Where did that come from? No. Scratch that. No, scratch that, scratch. That's not, that, I'm not supposed to read that. Vibe check. No, that's so cringe.